Happy Children's Day, everyone. It's the special Children's Day edition of Your View on TVC. Welcome to the show. My name is Ojiri Sheung, public speaker, presenter, and a writer sometimes, and I'll be your host for today. Now, let's meet the lovely ladies on the table.
Hi.
Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Sheung. Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be here. Happy Children's Day. My name is Oluwatominini Onitiju. I am a teenage TV presenter, host, content creator, and a poet. Very nice to meet you.
Well, hi guys. My name is Kibati Ige. I'm in Vivian Fowler Memorial College for Girls. I'm in SS3. I can't lie, there's not much about myself. I just like to talk. Yeah, I read a lot and I sleep a lot. Yeah, thank you.
Kibati is keeping it real with us and giving us that energy. Manaza, let's meet you.
Hi everyone, my name is Chinaza Norm. I attend Methodist Girls High School. I'm super excited to be here. Just like Kibati, I like talking. I like saying my mind when I have to say my mind.
Period.
So I'm very happy. And today is Children's Day. Like, I'm just in the mood.
Happy Children's Day, everybody.
I feel like there's one thing that unites everyone on this table. It's our love for talk.
Yeah.
One way or another, it's gotten us here. I love it. So let's talk. Children's Day. What are your opinions or feelings about that? I mean, it's why we're here today.
Yeah, for me, Children's Day hasn't really been anything special. I know it's special for a lot of people, but on Children's Day, I just stay at home, have fun with my family. But when I think about Children's Day, I mostly think of school and church, because in school, they usually organize events for us, and then everybody comes in mufti. It's probably my best day in the whole school year. And then church, because like my church does special programs where like the kids run the entire service. So that's what I look forward to on Children's Day.
Yes, for me, Children's Day, I can't lie, hasn't been so special. In the last 5 years, I'll say last year and this year is probably my best Children's Day. Simply because when I entered secondary school, we were reminded that we were no longer kids and it was time to face reality. So really, I never paid any much attention to it. But this year, I am very happy to be on this show to remind you that this year is a special and a different Children's Day year. So we are going to turn it up this year. Yeah, definitely.
Naza?
Yeah, Children's Day, I feel it's like overrated. Like, we don't really celebrate it as much as we ought to. Like, really. So I'm really happy this year because we're here and everything. Because, you know, by season, we're stressing, we're reading and everything.
Yeah.
This is one day we actually get to calm down, enjoy ourselves and everything. Yeah. So, yeah.
Shout out to the class of 2024.
Yes.
Congrats to you. We'll see you like when you're graduating. Yes.
Okay, personally, I'm just really happy that it's a public holiday because this is WAEC week. I mean, these exams are stressful.
Yeah.
But picking from what Naza and Kibati said, do you feel like as children on Children's Day, we are giving, even as in general, we are giving the ability to like actually become children again? Because obviously there's so much work on our heads as adults, even as teenagers now. There's so much work on our heads. Do you feel like Children's Day gives us that ability to break out of that, adult shell and become children once again?
Yeah, I feel like it's less of us being given the ability. In what sense? Okay, yes, we are given the ability. I know on Children's Day, my mom's like, oh, take a break, you deserve it and stuff. But I'm a very goal-driven person. So, for example, now, even though today's Children's Day, I'm still going to go home and read because work is still there. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Tomi. We will go on a short break. When we return, we'll move to our hot topic segment. Stay with us. Your View. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Is Nigeria ready for the future of youths in terms of jobs, education, and security? This is a $1 in a million question we want to try and tackle and address on this special Children's Day edition. What exactly is the current economic situation in Nigeria today, and what is in it for the youth? There was this sound going around of someone calling the youth lazy. I think it was this lazy youth of Nigeria, something like that. So do you feel like as Nigerians, the youth are actually lazy, or do you feel like we are conditioned to because of this perceived lack of jobs and opportunities?
I feel it's the lack of opportunities, because we see universities that have like 20,000 courses, and then there aren't jobs enough for all these courses. Like even the jobs that are available for the main, like the popular courses, like mass communication or business administration. Like I saw this post on Instagram the other day, what you studied and what you're doing now. Yeah. I saw mass media, I'm selling puff puff. Business admin, I'm doing POS. I was just like, is this what we're going to have to get involved in? Like, and it's even the popular courses. So what about somebody that is studying botany? They'll just constantly have to like constantly teaching people that we studying botany, and those botanists, we start teaching more botanists. There's actually no job for them in this our current Nigeria, as I see it.
Yes, it's a never-ending cycle. Kibati, any opinion?
So your question is Nigeria ready for us youths? Honestly speaking, I'm a strong believer of we are Nigeria. So it's more of a sense of, are we ready for us? Are you ready for, are we ready for what we want to do? Are we ready for what we want to become? Because at the end of the day, the government is made up of us Nigerians and what they have to offer to us. So when we ask ourselves, are we ready for Nigeria? What have we done to make sure we are ready? That's what I ask myself all the time. Like anytime anybody's like, Nigeria this, I remember like I'm a Nigerian, I am Nigeria. So if I want to, make a change, or I want Nigeria to be ready for me, I'll be ready for myself first. So in that question, I strongly believe that we are ready for Nigeria. Nigeria is ready for us. It goes back to saying, are we ready for ourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't think it's as simple as that, because as much as we are Nigeria, we don't make the rules, we don't make the opportunities as well. We are not in power. I mean, I had a teacher telling me that, that in their days, they will tell them that they're the leaders of tomorrow. Meanwhile, the leaders of their yesterday are still leaders of today.
True.
But on that, I think, yes, every country has its struggles. The problem with, like, what we see of Nigeria is what we project, per se. Because you can wake up today and see on social media, this happened, that happened, Nigeria is not doing well, this, that. But then it's still you, it's still the opportunities you want to create for yourself. It's not just about the opportunity. Like, yes, there are problems in Nigeria, but there are ways to go around those problems. There are ways to still achieve your goals despite those problems. So yes, there are problems, but there are people that are succeeding now. You can't say that there aren't people that we see every day that are Nigerians and are successful.
Okay, so that is a small minority.
I agree with Shewa on this one. I agree with Shewa on this one in the sense that, there are specific few in the crowd that are given these opportunities and privilege, which is why a lot of us end up going abroad to, further education or do things like that. So to answer this question, I might agree with Shewa that it's really a small minority that has this privilege or the chance to even showcase their talents and opportunities and make it in life at the end of the day, which is why, we have this Japa syndrome going around everywhere.
Yeah. But like the Nigerian system right now is really rigid. Like you can't even work and school at the same time. So if you want to like do a PhD, you might have to like leave your work so that you can focus on your PhD, because it's not really as flexible as it is maybe in the US or in Canada.
No, so I think Tomi has something.
Yeah, but like coming to that, you're saying, okay, there is a small minority of people that actually can make use of these opportunities or have these opportunities. But let's be honest, we are the future. The people in our affairs are not going to be there forever. They aren't going to be there forever. We're going to grow up, we're going to run our affairs. But how do we prepare ourselves for that time? Yeah, so yes, we might not have all the resources now, but self-development is very important. Do what you can, make the change you can, be the change you want to see in the world. You are the next Nigeria, you are the future, basically.
They always start with yourself.
Because I feel like a lot of people do this. For example, some people will be like, I don't want to, and then they give birth to kids and they end up like their moms. What are you doing to make sure you're not like your mom? We're saying, we don't want Nigeria to be like this. What are we doing to make sure we don't want Nigeria doesn't end up like this? So in the meantime, instead of lamenting, what mindset are you going to give yourself such that when you get to that particular point, Nigeria won't be the same way it is now? Because if you are lamenting, complaining, you are not making any change. So develop yourself now, and when you are given the opportunity to make changes in the world, you take it.
Yeah, okay. I totally agree.
So yes, Nigeria is ready for the future of youth. So all those doubts in Nigeria, we're ready.
I mean, I would call myself a doubting Nigerian, kind of. First of all, again, I do love Nigeria, I really do. And I want to go into a course that is, or say, widely popular. I want to study law. And then I've had people tell me over and over again that don't study law. There's no jobs in law. Unless you're connected, you can't do law. And I feel like it gives us this mindset of, again, if you're not connected, you can't get anywhere in the country. And I know that it may seem like a pessimistic attitude, but it's the truth. If you don't have someone in a high place that's already like shouting situation for you. You're going to school for 4 years. You're going to pay, if you're going to a private uni, you're going to pay millions of naira and come out and be looking for a job up and down. Now, to conclude on what we've been saying since, do you think that the youths of Nigeria are ready for tomorrow as per Nigeria's future? Naza?
I think even if we are not ready now, it's our responsibility to mold ourselves to adapt to the future and mold Nigeria the way we want it to be, because we are the future, we are leaders of tomorrow. It's our responsibility right now to form Nigeria.
Yeah, I agree with Naza. I think Nigeria might not be ready for our future, but it is our responsibility to be ready for the future of Nigeria and our own futures as well. So it's our responsibility to build ourselves to that state where we can create a better Nigeria.
Okay. I firmly believe that we the youth are ready for the Nigeria of tomorrow. We will go on a short break now. When we return, we move to another topic. Stay with us. Your view, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. Would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's
I can
all
do
we can
Nigeria,
take.
but I choose to
Ejeki,
stay.
close the show, you for that long.
Ladies and gentlemen, number one, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, shiny, yeah. So recap done, and it's time for number one on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym though, you're getting fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You sisters. What is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Yeah, today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's get talk now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. Entertainment with Pure Entertainment.
Doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
place to work.
Thank you for staying with us on this year's Children's Day edition of Your View on TVC. Now, for our new hot topic, should corporal punishment be reintroduced in schools? And what are the effects on academic success? Some claim that corporal punishment produces immediate decrease in negative behavior. Others claim that they cannot stand the idea of it. What are your thoughts? Now, should corporal punishment be reintroduced in schools? I'd like to start first by kind of defining what corporal punishment is. It's what our parents would term as, discipline, simple things, flogging,
more like physical punishment.
Yeah, like physical punishment, essentially.
Washing toilets, things like that.
Introducing physical pain as a way to curb negative behavior. So do you believe that's something that should be reintroduced in Nigerian schools today? And do we need it? That's the question.
Yeah, I want to start on that. Should it be reintroduced in schools? No. In homes? Yes. That's
a very strong standpoint. Okay.
Ta-da, ta-da. Well, corporal punishment is a big no in my dictionary. I do not believe in corporal punishment at all, simply because inflicting harm on a fellow human being to me makes you inhumane. I believe there are other forms of punishment, and Nasa is about to bite me because I'm about to say I'm a strong believer of if you harm another person or you do something wrong, I think they should arrest you. If it's that serious and you need to be beaten up, they should take you to jail or rehab.
But Kibati, would you call, I feel part of the Nigerian experience as a child is doing something naughty as a kid and your parents take you to a room and flog you or something like that. So are you saying that all our parents should be arrested now?
No, you shouldn't be arrested. But I'm saying if you must correct somebody, if you think you need to beat somebody, like I believe there are other means of correction, I don't think anybody should ever resort to putting their hands on another person because I think even rebellion, I think it doesn't even solve the problem.
Yeah.
I've never known corporal punishments to, what people say that I used to correct some people's head. But if you ask me, it leaves, to an extent, there's a lasting trauma that comes with corporal punishment.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I can still remember the beating of my life. And I doubt I'll ever forget that beating. So,
but then
every Nigerian
child
like that one beating.
There's a memory of the beating of your life in your head. That day that your mommy beats, shake it.
I feel like corporal punishment should be used only when absolutely necessary. When it's bad, you kept on warning the child, made the child understand that this thing you're doing is wrong, and this is why it is wrong. And then this child said, who won't take me from the pot though? Let me go and see if my mommy will do anything. That is when you can actually now say, okay, let me beat the child. Not that they will take me from the pot and you now send them straight to jail.
Not to jail. I'm saying if it gets so bad, I think they should arrest you. Because if you've been corrected and you refuse to heed the correction, then kindly take some time out. Take some time off the world. Reflect on your decision.
I don't think the Nigerian prison system has enough space to hold the entirety of Nigerian children population.
No, but I have something to say. I believe a bad child is always no child is bad, but a child who will do wrong things is a child who will do wrong things, and a child who might be easily correctable will be a child that is easily correctable. So when you begin to inflict harm on the child that will do wrong things, from personal experience, I've seen children who genuinely are naughty, and I've never known punishment to help. It's more of finding mutual agreements between you and that child that has caused the solution. But that corporal punishment. Whoa.
But then don't let's drift away. The topic is in schools. Now, coming back to what you said, they're treated kids are different, and some people you beat them, you don't get the point, and there are some that just smack their hand and then they'll get it. Schools, please let's be honest, how many schools have the time to start studying each individual child to figure out, if you beat this one, he'll be rebellious, or if you beat this lady or this girl, she would answer you, which is why I'm saying, in schools, no. let's try to
But, I
find
mean, that
other
is the
punishment
job of the class
methods in
teacher, isn't
school
it?
now. Let's try to find other like punishment methods in schools that actually work, and maybe the height of it will now be corporal punishment, like
I
caning or
definitely agree
whatever.
with Tom, because I feel most teachers don't see corporal punishment as a form of correction in schools. They see it as a form of revenge, like I want to show this child. That's why you don't want to understand. Let the child understand that this what I'm doing is what I'm doing is wrong. So I must not do it again for these consequences, so that my life does not spoil. They just want you disobeyed me. This is what happened to you. I will show you today.
Let me even tell you.
Sorry, Kibati, I don't feel like we can ignore the amount of success that corporal punishment has had. Because as much as we want to say that, okay, it causes lasting trauma and so on and so forth, it doesn't really for everyone. Because the truth is, there are children that you will beat, or you will flog, or you will give them some kind of punishment, and their head will set, so to say. And it works. If it did not work, we would not be doing it. Now, I'm not saying that we should beat our children to the point whereby you can see marks and bruises on their body. But it is part of the Nigerian culture that someone, even it says in the Bible somewhere, spare the rod, spoil the child. I mean that if we begin to spare the rod, even in schools, we will begin to spoil the child. And there's also the fact of there's like a high rise of disobedience among school children. Something, I mean, someone was saying something yesterday about how, that a principal will be talking and then on stage with a mic, and then the entire congregation is talking. That could never happen when, let's say, when we're in GS1, because they will round you up and flog all of you. And yes, you will cry, but next time it won't happen again.
Can I give an example? See, when I was in primary 5, I don't know, my son suddenly tagged me as a bad influence. So I had these 2 best friends. I was like the good girl, me follow. I would just be following them. Then one day, I don't know, so we were just caught up in one drama. And this kind of metal ruler. See, she beat this part of my hand, and I literally didn't do anything. I was like, no, I was with them, I was just following them. Said, you were following them, you too. Me beat and I collected. But like, I just believe that maybe she had told me that, what were you doing? If she had explained it to me, I think today I can never forgive that woman. Just imagine, man was bleeding. She beat with the metal ruler.
You see, that is an extreme level of corporal punishment. And anything in life deserves moderation, doesn't it?
That's the thing. They don't moderate in Nigeria. There's no moderation.
Abuse.
See, there are some teachers that simply beat children out of frustration. If I'm in a bad mood and I see this child, she's just doing, like, I walk into class, I'm just making noise. Probably somebody was even annoying you. Just because I'm annoyed, I will beat you. I say, you can. I will beat you.
This is clearly a topic that you're very passionate about.
There's no moderation.
Which is why I stand
Let us assume the situation whereby there was moderation. Okay, I believe.
Humans are humans. There's no human beings react based on moods. Human beings follow their
but we can condition our education system to not do that. To make it strictly for discipline.
Make it strictly for discipline.
This is why I say, in my opinion, that let's say this out from schools. If it's your parents, they at least can measure that, this is the amount of punishment you deserve, and you are their child, so obviously they won't want to kill you. Do you get? But like a teacher that like doesn't necessarily know you personally, you don't know that cameras splash water on them that morning when they're coming to school, and they're already angry, and like, then you do something and then just beat you.
The funny thing is that I feel like your parents beat you more than your teachers.
But then your parents will not do it.
What's the difference between your parents beating you?
There's a big difference. My sister did not give back to me. She did not give back to me.
But she was also put there to train and condition you.
I'm saying that corporal punishment should be it's a way of inflicting pain as a mode of correction. Because at the end of the day, you never know what place it comes from. Which is what I'm saying, it should not be allowed. Let's know that if your child was corrected, she's going to punish you and assign punishment to you. You don't when people beat you, they don't are you measuring the amount of pain I'm feeling? And like, let's say I went and stepped on somebody by mistake and you beat me because of what?
That's why we are saying
I agree with you partially.
There was moderation.
No, I agree with her. Okay, so let's even say corporal punishment should not be allowed in schools. But I do agree that your parents are allowed to beat you if you do something stupid. Like if they feel like, you deserve to be beaten, they should beat you. You can't say your parents should not beat you if you do something. Teachers, I understand, they don't know you from anywhere, and also they might transfer aggression.
You know that
but in schools, no.
In social studies, you receive the first level of socialization of values or something from your family. The next point is your school, which is why I believe that as teachers in your school or as officials in your school, that you have been given by your parents the ability to not only guide you educationally but also morally too. I believe that it's not possible to just simply remove that aspect of discipline.
But then
because you telling a child, you've done something wrong, I'm going to discipline you, not for you to not do it again. and you telling the child, oh, you just do wrong, go and sit inside naughty corner. What, 2-3 minutes, they're done and you go back and do the same thing over
When we
again.
remember most of these events of them beating the child necessarily, we never think of, oh, the child stole, or oh, the child slapped the teacher back. Always remember, they beat Tate so much that he was shaking. We not remember that.
But the child that they beat will not forget why they beat
But he's not remembering that, I stole meat though.
He will remember.
I pushed somebody.
No, I have something
me, they beat me.
I have something to say. In my school, corporal punishment, nobody beats anybody in my school. And I assure you, my school has presented one of the most disciplined ladies in the entire Nigeria. Nobody can compete. So that's to tell you that you don't need to beat a child to instill discipline. If they are going to correct you, they will correct you. Whether by suspension, whether by washing toilets, whether by serving detention,
not by sending to jail.
No, okay, maybe I believe jail is extreme. But then if you want to instill discipline, there are many ways without me using my mouth to break you. There are many forms of correction. My manager doesn't beat me. See me today, I'm a responsible and respectable young man. Hi guys.
Let's look internationally now.
Yeah.
The USA. I believe that if, just as part of pure common knowledge, you know that there are certain things that go in this American educational system that are not right. Vaping, smoking, school shooting, so on and so forth. Now, I'm not saying this is solely the cause, but what's something that the Nigerian system has that they do not? Corporal punishment.
No necessarily.
Nigerian kids still smoke, Nigerian kids still vape.
Yes, but they'll never do it in the presence of their school teacher and so on, because you know that if they do that, they'll receive some form of punishment.
And their parents from the start are very liberal. So if we can say that the parents are allowed to do these things, sure, but American parents, they're like, oh, go ahead, just do whatever you want. Exactly.
So wait, so we can admit that a lack of corporal punishment creates people that are very, like, free?
Not corporal punishment.
Something. She just said
family,
she
not
just said
corporal
your family
punishment.
members already. They've already like a child emulate the behavior they see from those above them. And because you've already seen that your mom is, she's okay with you smoking, okay with you, dancing around and doing all sorts of things. So automatically you might become, your attitude says, since my mom is all right with it, I'm all right with it.
For Nigerian mothers, you went outside, why you come back? Why you come back and
Exactly.
They won't accept it.
By the time they're done praying for you, you drop it.
Let's say in a household whereby they accept corporal punishment here, and you go to a school where they're very nice, they're very nice, everyone's very consuming. If they do something wrong, oh, why did you do that? Go to a school counselor, they'll talk to you. Like they go, you sit on that issue.
My school gives internal suspension, so if you do something wrong, you will sweep, you mop.
But you know that you're not going to get the same level of punishment that you will at home.
That's left to your parents, which is why I'm saying in school, what leave it to your parents.
And it is going to breed children that at home they will act nice and they will like do well and everything, and come to school and then change it up and switch it up. I just can't do anything about it.
Which is why the other means of correct.
Exactly.
Like you don't have to. Nobody is saying that to correct you. They should tell you guys that it's not a corner. No, but it won't work. It won't, quite frankly. But by the time you are sweeping and mopping,
and you are sweating, and your cousins are looking at you.
That's still a version of corporal punishment because your body will still pain you.
Corporal punishment
it's not physical harm.
I actually agree with you. I think it's still a form of corporal punishment. It is still the same amount of pain that you're feeling from kneeling down, or it's still the same
just because it's not immediate doesn't mean that it's not.
But from the definition of corporal punishment I checked, it was more centered around physical harm, like direct.
I believe we should draw it.
Frog jump is. You guys remember that as punishment?
Yeah, I remember.
When they hold your ears and then go up and down. As a child,
I got sick from doing frog jump once. Yeah,
it was in primary school, anyways. I did really naughty. And then it's actually for around the school. I thought it was funny. Me and my friends were around school, were laughing. I got home, I couldn't stand properly.
Yeah.
At the time I was laughing, I couldn't stand properly. And that, I am still feeling pain, aren't I? So it should still be a form of corporal punishment.
Yeah.
I'm saying that just substituting immediate physical pain for later one does not really concern what we're talking about here.
Okay.
I think that this still goes back to the fact of you have to let the child understand what was done wrong. Oh, don't do this again. You have to understand that, oh, this is wrong, don't do this, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Let me take your closing thoughts on this problem.
So,
should corporal punishment be reintroduced in school?
I'm sticking with my original idea. In schools, no. In homes, yes.
And quite frankly, I have to agree with Tommy, honestly. Personally, I don't believe anybody should beat anybody. Like, if you have not beaten a person, like, really. Well, the people are seeing beating these days, been doing me. So yes, I believe there are other forms of punishment and other forms of correction that do not include inflicting harm on one another.
Yeah, I think that in schools, teachers will never do it as a form of love because they don't care as much for the children as much as they do with their own kids. That's what I believe. So
well, I would say that I'm of an opposing standpoint. I believe that it should be reintroduced. I believe that there's this saying, I can't remember who said it, but it's about men, but it says that weak men build tough times, and tough times build weak men. You know what I'm saying? And tough times build strong men, something like that. So I just feel like when you begin to rule out these things as far, okay, they're mean, they're this and that, you're removing like a vital part of what makes us Nigerians and what makes us like the way we so how disciplined we are.
My take on corporal punishment is that it should not be allowed in schools because teachers may use their frustration from things that may have happened in the past to punish children. And we have heard of many situations where corporal punishment has been overused and children have died. So I think that it should be avoided at every instance, and instead we should move to other forms of discipline which will be safer for the child. Thank you.
My take on corporal punishment is that it should not be allowed in schools because there are better forms of ways to punish students. There could be other punishments like sweeping, doing other means of labor and all other things because we're moving, we're evolving, and beating children is going out of style and it's causing more pain on students. So I personally feel like other forms of punishment should be used.
No, I do not think it should be introduced to school because as a student, if they were to flog me right now for coming late or something, I would feel really bad and my mood would be dampened and then I wouldn't be able to focus on school throughout the whole day. So it affects academic success because I wouldn't focus. And physical pain is just a no. So I personally do not feel corporal punishment should be reintroduced to school.
It should be reintroduced in schools because corporal punishments produce responsible leaders like our parents. So if we who are not going through it, can we actually say that we are heading into a direction better than our parents are heading? Corporal punishment is what differentiates Africans from the whites. Because us, with our corporal punishments, we are actually gaining discipline. We are learning how to discipline ourselves. And we cannot count the people that are going wayward now versus the people that went wayward back then. Because people pity our generation nowadays, and the only reason why that is going on is because some of us have not faced the pain our parents faced. If we face that pain, like someone said there, our heads will be reset. And we will actually behave better than we are behaving now. So corporal punishment should be reintroduced in schools for more acceptable behavior in students.
It should not be allowed in schools because people, there are students who bully other students. So if we want to punish those kind of people and give them corporal punishment, it makes them kind of stronger. And if they can use that strength, you can keep on bullying. Sometimes it doesn't just stop the problem. Sometimes it makes it worse. So I feel like students should be corrected more mentally than physically.
It should be reintroduced into schools. Just like the Bible says, madness lies in the heart of a child, and the rod of correction will drive it out. Now, children spend most of their formative years in schools. That means they spend most of the time with their teachers. And this indiscipline needs to be driven out by the rod of correction. Our parents were products of corporal punishment, and they are very, very disciplined individuals. And nowadays, we have more people in the prisons than in schools due to this no corporal punishment.
Wow, time flies. Thank you, TVC, for this great opportunity. We had so much fun. And our audience, thank you for joining us today. We had so much fun with you. And thank you for gracing our show. As for our sponsors, we say a very big thank you to you. And that's all we can take on the show today. I'm going to miss you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did. Join Mariah and the other ladies of Your View tomorrow for another interesting episode of the show. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, G Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, at number 1 unavailable.
And financial advisory to retirement planning. A place with a dedicated team with various expertise guiding you to financial freedom. Welcome to The One. For further inquiries, visit www.investment-one.com to get started.
Let the kids be kids. Getting involved with gambling at a young age can jeopardize their future. So guide the kids right, away from lotteries, lotto, sport betting, online casinos, or any form of gambling that you know. Let's protect the future. Say no to underage gaming. This message is brought to you by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Game wisely.
Drink that, don't go for it. Hey, life na highway. Me, I just stay for my lane. Full speed ahead, oh, no limit in my way. God don't make them my back. Nourishment to give me spark. So I go shine my shine and I will go for it. Go, go. No limits, go for it. Go, go. Drink that, don't go for it.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, G Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, at number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. So recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now. His name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym though, you're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No. Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they're for all of us now.
This is.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, G Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, at number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah.
Happy Children's Day, everyone. It's the special Children's Day edition of Your View on TVC. Welcome to the show. I am Funsha Kemibabi. I love singing, I love dancing, I love writing, I do a lot of things. And with me are my lovely co-hosts.
And I am a 15-year-old author, a spoken word artist, a programmer, and an illustrator.
MJ Dream. Are you whining? My name is Shemilori Ayimami, aka Asafim.
Okay, now.
I'm a stage performer. I rap, I sing, I dance, I choreograph actually. I code, I make beats, I sell them to people. Yeah, just basic stuff like that.
My name is Inyoluwa Oke. I am a 14-year-old CEO of my very own company, Innis Beads and Buttons. I'm a jewelry designer. I love reading, I love writing, everything that has to do about books in general.
Stop it. Okay, so we'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll move to our Hot Topics segment. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Thanks.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Is my future tied to Nigeria or is it abroad? This is the very mind-boggling question on every Nigerian youth today. On this segment, we'll be discussing this very crucial topic. Does traveling truly guarantee a better future? What exactly is the future of Nigerian youth? We would like to hear your thoughts. So what do you guys think on this? Is your future tied to Nigeria or abroad?
So on this topic, I do believe that Nigeria has a lot of opportunities and potential. Like, being a Nigerian is who I am, and being a Nigerian or living in Nigeria has shaped my values and my identity. And living in Nigeria has opened up a lot of opportunities for many of us to begin our life or our careers, like what we want to pursue or what we want to do. So Nigeria does have the capacity to build what we want to become. But I think, like, being tied to my future, it does determine what I want to pursue or what I want to do.
I feel like this thing about your future being tied to Nigeria or abroad actually depends on the way we look at it. For example, now we look at the secondary level, everything is smooth, primary level. But then when we get to the tertiary institution area, there are a lot of times where people will be like, oh, they rather school abroad, even if it's 8 years, than school in a Nigerian university, based on the fact that, oh, there are a lot of strikes, there are different things. But then if we actually look at if our future is tied to Nigeria, one way or the other, you will always be connected to Nigeria. So even if you run away, it doesn't change your identity. Even if you gain residency, you gain citizenship there, you are still in Nigeria, and that doesn't change anything.
Okay, for starters, there's no place like home. But on the question whether my future is tied down to Nigeria or abroad, say neither. Because the career path I've chosen, I feel it's flexible. I want to be an international lawyer, for example. And it is a course that I feel will be better treated as a university subject abroad. Yet, I can still thrive and get paid and live well on that job in Nigeria. So, I feel because of that career path that I've chosen, it offers me a lot of flexibility for me to be able to explore international opportunities while maintaining strong ties to my homeland.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you on this one. No matter where you go, you're still a Nigerian. Even when you go abroad, you're still considered like a second-class citizen because you were first Nigerian. But no matter what you do, you can work from Nigeria, you can work abroad, you can still have global opportunities and communications. Doesn't mean your future is actually tied to any place. It can be everywhere. So let's actually take views from our audience. What do you guys think on this?
So if our naira has more value and in Nigeria everything is stable, there's no problem, would you rather stay in Nigeria or would you go abroad? As a youth, I would like our naira to have more value. So I want to ask, how can us youths help to achieve this? Thank you.
Most Nigerians are not aware of that. When we go abroad, we have restricted areas we are not allowed to go to. Like, there are so many people that, no matter the education, everything, the year they spend there, there's some specific areas abroad that they're not allowed, they're not permitted to go to. So, but here's our own homeland. But if we say, yeah, we're free to do anything we want, whatever we want to do, any building we want, but when we go there, we're restricted to some places.
So if your parents told you to stay in Nigeria or you're not going abroad again, which one will you pick? Would you stay or would you go?
Funny thing is, my dad and I, we actually had this discussion because at the point he was like, why are you sure you know right, and I was like, Daddy, wait though, calm down. And then he was like trying to bargain with me. He was like, okay, he'll be sending me like about, I'm not going to say the amount, but then he was like, he's going to be sending me some, it's plenty shy, like he's speaking. Yeah, and then he was like, he's going to be sending me like every month, and I was like, I was not like trying to rethink it, but I was like, this is influence, peer influence. Yeah. And then I was not going to say, because like, I actually did proper research before I chose that school. I knew why I chose that school. I got accepted to other schools, but I chose that particular school for a reason. Yeah. And then I want to study software development because I could. And they really go very well. They really promote coding, like something like nothing else, like
just coding.
Yeah, they promote it like so much, and then I really love that. And then I'm a feminist though, yeah, and like they also like promote feminism. I love sports, yeah, they promote sports and everything. I got sports scholarship there,
wow.
You know. So when my dad was now trying to bring up that thing, I was like, Daddy, calm down. Don't even touch it.
Yeah. Okay, Mudri, what do you think about it?
So, what I do think is I want to study like robotics engineering, and I feel like Nigeria doesn't have that like potential, or that like they don't have the resources to go into robotics engineering at this time. So I believe that it is better for me to study abroad rather than come to Nigeria to study robotics engineering, because abroad has more resources. They are more open to technology, unlike what Nigeria has now.
Yeah.
So abroad for me.
Yeah.
I like that everybody is just saying abroad. We have to remember our economic situation and the exchange rate and the rising dollar, because if you're going abroad, you're not going to pay school fees in naira. You're going to be paying school fees in dollars, in pounds. So rather, if a parent say I should school in Nigeria, I would accept it actually, because I understand things are not exactly easy for them, and I understand that I have to like work around that. So I'll probably look for a very nice university in Nigeria and attend this. Then maybe like my second year, I can now ask my dad if I can do a transfer.
Okay. Well, it's still abroad.
It's still abroad. It's still abroad, but we'll work something out.
Okay. So that's my big question. So right now, I just come and be like, Mujay, if you choose abroad or Nigeria, which one will you go to? Abroad. Don't worry.
She said it's like no second thought.
No second thought.
Yeah, but let's actually not undermine Nigeria, because we actually have a lot of very good
Nigeria has a lot
universities.
of potential.
Yeah, but then there are just some things that people would like to do that they don't really promote. For example, now doctors are everywhere, lawyers are everywhere. Those are like the main things we hear like a lot, and there are a lot of things that they don't really promote. So
But
I feel like that's why most people like want to go abroad when there's diversity.
Okay, so let's hear from our audience. What do they think about this?
I'll choose abroad because in Nigeria, the standard of living we have is very poor. But abroad, I'll have a better standard of living. We have good electricity. I heard it was 24 hours, I think. I'll have good water supply, good education. Like I think I'll excel more when I have better access to education and all that. But in Nigeria, education, stressful. It's not fun.
Okay, let's take one more question.
Nigeria is home. We don't basically have to choose between either of them. What I personally do is I'll explore the international stage, take their ideas, the culture, and bring it back home to build on. There are a lot of things that have to be built here in Nigeria. So basically what we do is what they do, how they do it, bring it home and improve. Thank you.
Why do Nigerian youth think that their destiny and financial freedom lie abroad, despite the riches endowed in this country and its many resources? Why do you guys think that?
Well, for me, I actually do think that a lot of people think that is because, like, when it comes to universities that you see, like when you say good universities, we don't hear anything about Nigerian universities. Personally, I do not hear anything about Nigerian universities, and I feel like it depends, like, on what people hear, and mostly what they hear is about abroad universities, and it's actually not really their fault as to why they think that, because Nigerian universities, I believe that they don't have like a broad or creative knowledge on inclusion, like on topics or like on courses that people actually Nigerians nowadays want to learn. And I feel like universities abroad do address those courses that they actually want to learn. And Nigeria really needs to broaden its curriculum when it comes to those specific types of topics.
I feel like when we talk about resources, what exactly do we mean by mineral resources? Because we used to have a lot of things, yeah, and then even our product now, it's like expensive to us. Like we are the owners, but then it's expensive to us. Exactly. It's like China now. They make their own. It's like China. They make their own phones. Yeah, by themselves. They have the scraps, they make it by themselves, and then they sell it to us. But we instead, we have our product, we give it to them, they make it for us, and then we are collecting the remains. It's like someone eating food and then giving us the trash to keep. Exactly. So on that, I feel like we should actually still work on that and find ways to refine our own product, because we are now buying it at a more expensive rate to get it by ourselves, and that is why, like, we have high inflation rates in Nigeria, because we are trying to keep up, we're trying to meet up. When things like get out of hand, that's why you're hearing, oh, everybody's trying to manage, things are costly and everything like that. Yeah, but then I feel like most people just like, once they hear abroad, because here in their mind they're like, we're suffering here, we're suffering. So once they just say, would you rather travel abroad? You have not even finished the abroad. They already say, yes, exactly. Because like they're feeling like, I'm tired of this place, man, let's just go. But the thing is that when you get there, because every time I travel abroad, people actually just mind their business. You just be walking, like it's basically just, you feel so lonely, like it's a lonely island. Yeah. Yes, it's actually true, because like you just go out, go home, go to church, or go wherever you're going, go back inside. It's actually their lifestyle is boring. But here, because like if you take your mindset of here over there, your life will just be boring. You have to try to adapt over there to actually be able to live properly there.
Okay, hold your thoughts. I really want to hear what the rest of you have to say. So we have to go on a short break now. When we return, we'll move to another topic. Stay with us and we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
How do you make a complete meal in minutes? To work.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, you for that long.
Ladies and gentlemen, at number 1, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym, though. You're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
Pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
The empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they're for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see some what is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam! Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's get talk now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay tuned. Entertainment with Pure Entertainment.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. So now we have to hear from our audience. Let's know what they have to say about this.
Well, in my opinion, I believe I'll stick to my mantra of Niger for life. The only reason I'll have to travel abroad is if I have to get the culture of every other nation, see how they do things, because there are a lot of things not lacking here in Nigeria. So I would go out there, take their resources, bring it back to Nigeria, and make it a better place. Thank you.
That deserves a round of applause.
Well, I feel that traveling to better your future doesn't really have to do with much of yourself. It has to do with your mindset, actually. Because if you think that, yes, traveling outside to further my education is going to change anything, then it would obviously affect you. But if you believe that, yes, Nigeria can make it, of course, you will make it. It's not really that hard. Because small by small, little by little, you get there. But put a lot of hard work, a lot of determination. You can make it here. You can make it anywhere. Because we are human beings. We can make anything anywhere we are. So I believe that our future is steady wherever we find ourselves and our mindset. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
On this topic, on whether my future is tied to Nigeria or abroad, honestly, as a teenager, teenagers are liberal at heart, so I do not believe that my future is tied to a particular geographical location. So I do think that for you to answer this question, you have to define what your future means to you. My future just basically means solution providing. I'm going to provide a solution to Nigeria. So I'm going to be a medical doctor by God's grace, God willing. But then, if I have to decide where my future is tied to, I'd pick Nigeria, because honestly, if I'm going abroad, I'm basically going on the basis that, okay, overseas, they have all their faculties and structures in place. But then if we continue to leave Nigeria, who is going to provide the solution? So yeah, my choice is Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we've said everything to say, and Nigeria is our country. We should stand by it and try to make this world a better place.
Stay Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Moving to the next topic. Now, this question I'm about to ask you, I need some sincere answers. The thing is, some people may say that as teenagers, we don't have any business with these kind of things. But the truth is, it's happening and we cannot shy away from it forever. The question is, if there was anyone you'd like to be forgotten with on an island, who would that be and why? So what do you guys think? Who would you stay with forgotten on an island?
It's like, I'm thinking about it, and then after I'm like, pick my best friend. It was like, yeah, funny thing is, people don't know that I'm actually an ambivert when I'm outside, and then at home, I just prefer to be on my own, yeah. Even sometimes, after like talking to people, after some time, I'll just like move to one side, like even in school, sometimes my friends will be like, I look like I'm going through a lot and stuff like that, but that's just how I am, yeah. So at first I'm like, maybe my best friend, because like he understands me properly. But then I'm thinking, he's a he. Surprisingly, I was like, when I introduced him to my dad, I was thinking my dad would be like, you're following boy. But then he was like very chill about it. Yeah, and I relate with guys more. Maybe it's because I have more male cousins, I don't know. And after thinking about my best friend, I'm not thinking, but I can't forget my family. So let me hear you guys' views too, because I really don't know right now.
Mojo?
So, staying close to family, I would pick my dad because my dad has been a tremendous inspiration and guidance to where I am now. So picking my dad with the amount of wisdom and creativity my dad has, being on an island with my dad is a win for me because he's my dad.
He's my dad.
Really, that is really sweet because most people would have said their mom.
No,
right?
that is yellow. Let me go broadcast.
But me, I feel like aunties, they need more love. If I were to be forgotten on an island, it's definitely be with my auntie for starters. That woman can cook. We don't have to suffer about food. They can raid the island, and all that is left is a tree stump. Auntie Foma will turn that tree stump into a delicious meal that all of us will eat. For real. And my aunt has stories for days. It will never be a dull moment with her. I'll not even be bored for 1 second. And even if I want to ask her for advice, and you know how you want to ask your mom or your dad for advice, but you don't want to tell them what you did. You're not trying to code it. Yoruba will say, don't say the thorough. My auntie will still know. And she will still give you the advice that's perfect for that situation. And that's why I love her. That's actually why I love her so much.
Don't worry, it's like you bring a dish cooked by
actually, or you link us up. Because I like food.
You bring it for us one day. We'll sit down.
Yes, we have to eat it. It's amazing.
So for me, it would be my mom. My mom is my superhero, my Wonder Woman. We've been through a lot, and my mom has stood by us through everything. She hasn't one day decided to kill me because I'm a handful. Let's say I'm a handful. And on the island, I can become a lot. My mom is the only one that knows how to handle me. Don't worry. So you said you stay with your dad. Why not your mom, though?
Okay, so I love my mom and my dad the same, but I feel like my dad has more. How do I put this? When it comes to creativity and problem-solving skills, my dad has a lot in that aspect rather than my mom. My mom has a lot of warming abilities, yes she does, but my dad, when it comes to being forgotten on an island, you kind of have to be critical about, practical too, about it. So, like, my dad in this situation is the best choice for me.
I actually agree with her because even when like things are you are doing rubbish, your mom will still be like, you can't do it, you know, that kind of thing. But your dad will be like, you are doing rubbish, and then he will like exactly. So I agree with that.
So I want to know, how did you meet your best friend? we want to know.
It's not my boat. Anyways, yeah. So we met in GS3 actually. It was actually not a planned something because that's my school, Picklin. I moved there from primary 6. When I was younger, I was actually just changing schools. So I never actually had a school to call my own till I came to Picklin. And my parents had no reason to change anymore. So I got to Picklin in primary 6. So they're like, oh, this new girl, blah, blah, blah. And I personally do not like that kind of thing. So I was always trying to be on my own and things like that. So, but like, they found a way to put me in their group. Yeah, and then I started talking with people eventually, because I used to be very introverted that time. My parents used to force me to talk. Yeah, and then, so I got to secondary school, and then GS3. So, GS3, third term. So yeah, I was like with this new group of friends, because back then I didn't used to have constant friends. I just used to have schoolmates. So I'll talk to you today. Next day you see me with other people. You'll not be like, what's up with your friends? I'm like, oh, they're just my set mates. The next day you see me with another set of people. So people are like, see, she's not your friend, no. You're just doing yourself. Exactly that kind of thing. But because like I was just trying to adjust to the whole socializing thing. Yeah, because that time I used to have bad self-esteem problems and all. So yeah, and then all of a sudden there was one day I was just having a bad day. Then he just came. It was like making fun of me. You know that kind of thing that guys do, and they would think it's fresh.
Funny, actually.
Or they are funny.
It's not funny. It's
and then I was not having a bad day. It was not making fun of me. I was like, see your hair. And that day I was actually feeling bad because like I knew my hair looked bad, but then I was trying to ignore the fact that it was looking bad. Then he was just talking about like I was, because I have anxiety problems, but it's getting better now. Thank God. Yeah, so like my hands get sweaty or my hands start shaking or stuff like that. And then he could literally see that. So he was not trying to be like considerate, trying to help me and everything. So from there, I don't know how he got my number, but boys, they know how they do their things. And then somebody gave me my number. And then he texted me. He was not for me, fresh guy. It was not like that. Oh, the guy you were staring at. Like that was my face. And
guy you were staring at.
Yeah, and I hate that thing they always do. So from there, yeah, he then decided to obsess because I was like, I'll block you. Yeah. And then from there I was like, oh, I don't promise to always respond to your chat. Sometimes I'll read them because my read receipts are off. Like I may read them and not reply. It was like, oh, he's fine with that. So from there, every day we just like check in, and from there I actually got comfortable with him. And then people started seeing us talking, and they're like, Shemina, where did this one start? See, I don't talk to them. Like every day they just saw me with this guy, and they're like, like something is going on.
Nigerian mentality.
Yeah, and everything. So like we became very close. Actually, properly started opening up to him because like one thing he used to do, he would like tell me personal things about himself. He was like, oh, do I know why he's telling me? Because he trusts me and stuff like that. So that made me feel comfortable in a way, and then I actually started telling him things about myself. And then there's actually nothing he doesn't know about me. Yeah. So we just basically became close, even up to some points now. People, they are still thinking that, oh, there's something going on between us. Stuff like that.
So now let's quickly hear from our audience. Let's hear what they have to say.
If I should be stranded on an island, actually, I won't take anybody close to me but my haters. Why? Because if anything bad should happen and it was the person that was late or I lost him, I wouldn't feel any remorse and it won't hurt you. It won't hurt me. But if I should pick somebody like my best friend, my father, my mother, it will hurt me a lot. So that's the reason why I will actually take my hater to a stranded line.
All right, thank you.
I
I think I've learned something as an adult here today. Okay, I have another young lady here.
If I should be forgotten on an island with anyone, it will be my mom, because she's my best friend and we're team members. I can talk to her about anything. The both of us are problem solving besties and everything. So like, if anything bad should happen, she'll be by my side and we can walk through it together.
Thank you.
If I were to be stranded on an island with anybody, I'll pick my dad, because if I'm lost on an island, I'm not going to be stable. So I need somebody that is going to be stable, so that they will find a way to get off that island. And I just feel like with my dad's experience, my dad has had a lot of life experiences, and he's just really wise, and he can think a lot. Me, in that moment, my brain is not going to be functioning well. So I need somebody's brain that will function well, so I will get off that island. So yes, my dad.
Thank you.
Definitely not my family members, because nobody I know can survive a day in the woods. So it's probably be a well-known survival specialist, someone that can actually help and contribute to getting us back to where we are known.
Okay, thank you.
So if I were to be stranded on an island, I would rather go with my dad than my mom, in the sense that he's a provider. And in this context, not only does he provide money, but he provides the moral and emotional support, and he has creative skills that will help us get off safely.
I think I'll actually pick my brother. His name is Daniel, and the reason why I will pick him is because me and my brother, we are thick as thieves. Like, we do everything together. He's actually 2 years my senior, but like, we are almost twins, because I don't know, we're just close and I love him so much. And I feel like if I was to be stranded on an island with him, I won't even know what, like, as the day goes by. And I feel like we can even put our heads together and find a like very random way to get off that island. We can just, I don't know, everything will just be perfect there. Thank you.
So if I was to be stranded in an island, I would be with my brother, because he's strong and he will surely do anything to protect me, since I'm his only sister.
So first of all, I would love to be stuck on Bahamas. And I would love to take my sister with me, because she would do anything for me. She has my back, she's my sounding board, and she has so many creative ideas. Like, she's innovative. That is the kind of person that would get me off that island, although I might not want to leave anyway.
If I were to be stuck on an island with anybody, it's definitely be my sister. She's my bestie, she's my paddy, she's my twin. Even though she's 4 years older than me, she will always make the best out of every situation, no matter what. You will not even believe you're stuck on an island. It'll be like you are home.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for contributing to this topic. So now we've heard that if we were to be stuck on an island, it should be the Bahamas, one. We should be our brothers, because they're strong, because we're friends with them. Our fathers, because they know what to do. Our mothers, because they are our loves. And our besties, don't forget them. And that's all we can take on the show today. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you have enjoyed this show as much as we did. Bye for now. Bye.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one
At this point, I contest my jam results. I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, at number one, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, shiny, yeah. So recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Japa, and this one is called Charm. Check it out.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question. Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to us? What is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey. Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay tuned. Entertainment with pure entertainment.
To work.
Have you ever walked past mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes, you guessed it, women. So, if you catch the drift, then you're onto something. We will provide you with the right insights into most of your curiosities, right here within this beautiful cocktail we call the Black Table.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? Regular.
So let me go and
You want 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam. I want to close the show. Go. That's all we can take. Close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, at number one, unavailable by David featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Oh, Shiny, 541. What am I now? His name is Ricky.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat.
Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No, sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question. Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see some spoils.
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's get talk now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. Entertainment for pure entertainment.
So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes, you guessed it, women. So, if you catch the drift, then you're onto something. We will provide you with the right insights into most of your curiosities, right here within this beautiful cocktail we call the Black Table. So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results. I want to close the show. I can go. I can. That's all we can take. I choose to close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, at number one, unavailable by David featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Check it out.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No. Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to us? What is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam! Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. TVC Entertainment for pure entertainment.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear.